and dragons! Time of magic, age of might. A band of heroes step up to the fight. Playing with powers they don't understand. Will they fuck it all up or will they save the land? Treachery, vanity, loitering and worse. They are their own worst enemies. These fuckers only know curse. Authors and dragons! Authors and dragons! Their powers combined, a group of fantasy authors take on a sadistic games master. Will they survive? I hope not. I hate these guys. Authors and dragons! Authors and dragons!
Hey everybody, I'm John Hartness, and I'll be playing the role of Fandingo the Fantastical, who has finally been hoisted by his own flaming petard. This is what happens when you spend 7 years setting shit on fire and the DM finally gets tired of your crap. In real life, I write multiple series, including Quincy Harker Demon Hunter, The Black Knight Chronicles, Bubba the Monster Hunter, but my newest release is a non-supernatural, non-fantasy comedy thriller featuring a mechanical bull named Hornicus Prime and two drunken middle-aged women on a quest for justice. It is called Identity Theft, and you can get out there and buy it right meow.
Hi, I'm Joseph Brassi. I play the role of Bjorg Bjornsson, enthusiastic and violent barbarian. I was an author on the Mongoliad books. My novel Skyfarer and Dragon Road can be found anywhere books are sold. And I am the author of such non-existent titles as Pen Gear, Peel and Stick This to Your Butt.
Hey everyone, my name is Rick Gualtieri, and I play the Arrow of the Gods, who is most certainly not Silas Kane, although Silas is safe. In real life, I write several things, including the Tome of Bill, Bill of the Dead, and more. But if you ever thought to yourself, man, if I can only watch Rick write a novel one chapter at a time, well, then you should go check out Boar War over on Kindle Vella, and your wish will come true.
Hello, friends. My name is Robert Bevan. I play the role of Klaus Richter, the notorious rogue. In real life, I write the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy fantasy novels and short stories, starting with the first book, Critical Failures. Go get it.
Hi, my name is Steve Weverill, and I play Brandon Fymaster, sexually attractive monk. He's never been inside a woman, but he has been inside a robot. Very much a man ahead of his time. In real life, I write such books as the Doomsayer Journeys, and if you'd like to watch me write a novel a chapter at a time, then you can come and live in my basement with all the others.
Hey everybody, this is Drew Hayes, the dungeon master of this game, the guy desperately trying to remember when Brandon penetrated a robot, and the leader of this merry band of shittery for only a few more weeks as we are in the final chapters of Chronicles of Calamity. And in one of their final acts of this campaign last session, the party supported the robots and went inside, fought some tar slimes that then Fandingo lit on fire and realized, oh yeah, those burn. Those burn good.
However, tar monsters. Right.
Yeah. They successfully recovered the gem that was in the robot, threw it to him, reactivated him, and he jumped into the fray.
Slid that gem inside him.
There it is. There it is. All right. So, as you all watch the slimes wither away without the power of that gem to sustain them, and within the bubble, the previous stalemate between the wizard and his two children has turned, as now, with the additional help of the golem, they are slowly managing to beat up this old man.
I'm going to check my inventory for popcorn.
There's a lot of spells being cast, but Gunther is counterspelling. Gunther keeps weaving in and hacking away at the defenses, and then the golem just uppercuts occasionally and manages to land some damage. And you know, he's still a powerful ass wizard, but between the three of them, they are wearing him down.
I always imagine these fights as like a Final Fantasy IV sequence. Does anyone else do that?
I mean, I am now.
Just me.
Did anyone want to take any actions while you are watching this fight?
I mean, we can't help beat up the decrepit old man.
Brandon will say woo, and you go, robot.
Healing sounds good.
Bucket off Bjorg's head.
Yes, Bjorg wrenches the bucket away and it clatters out somewhere unseen, rolling, perhaps to strike again someday.
What did I miss?
I set shit on fire,
Okay, I repeat again. What did I miss?
and it wasn't you.
We're watching an angry old man get beaten up.
Valid. Bjorg is going to move up and just stand there and stare and watch because, well, looks like we chose a side.
Oh yeah.
We're just observing some traditional family altercation time. I assume this is how families work.
Klaus has no interest in family drama. Klaus thinks of his wise master and decides to look the other way. And
Yeah, Brandon grew up in the Temple of the Many Fists where people were just constantly kicking each other's asses, so this is probably how family works.
It's not how family works.
Oh, no, I want a piece of this. If this force field drops, I'm shooting, even if he's already dead.
Huh?
Does anybody else need healing?
Oh yeah,
I don't think you need to roll perception to notice that Brandon is still partially melted.
yes. And Silas has gotten his ass kicked pretty thoroughly as well. Or sorry, not Silas, the Arrow of the Gods. I don't know who this Silas person is.
All right. Well, everyone in our party gets back 15 hit points as I cast Mass Healing.
Yay.
Thank you.
Since I'm a paladin and he's like, and he's conducting mass, do I get more back?
That was terrible.
Will your god allow you to utter his name?
That might have been the nerdiest joke you've ever told, Rick.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, that's a high fucking bar.
Good night, folks. I'll be here all week.
One for the D&D true believers there. Red meat.
Yeah, Bjorg's waiting there. I mean, he's got his sword unsheathed. He's looking at the old man wizard going, well, if his children hated him enough to help the robot kill him, then, he must really be a piece of shit.
I think we picked the right side.
Agreed.
That occurred to me when he set a bunch of goo monsters on us who partially dissolved me.
I mean, there's certainly been some turns in this campaign, but I feel like it's been pretty clear from the front that the wizard is a dick.
Yeah.
100%.
All wizards are Dexter. We should have seen this coming.
Might be the most consistent part of this whole campaign. Boy, that wizard is an asshole.
Well, Wizard is an asshole. Klaus is going to jizz on something. It's neck and neck for which is more consistent.
Klaus does like to piss on stuff sometimes, though.
I'm mix it up.
You need to work harder.
And I'll go ahead and cast... Let's see, that last one was Mass Healing Word. We'll cast Mass Cure Wounds this time.
Hell yeah.
And everybody gets back another 18 hit points.
Nice.
That also includes Gordon.
As a refresher from last game, since of course this is 2 weeks between our plays, Prometheus reached out and let y'all know that time was running short. You would probably only have time for one more destination before you would have to confront the Aboleth Menace. And so, if y'all want to, meditate on that while you're watching the fight, the wizard tries to shapeshift into something bigger, and the robot just leaps up and starts punching it in the neck until it drops back down. Size has its disadvantages.
Well, we could always go to where Judge Hungry is from. What was it, Caldern, I think?
Yeah, as much as I wanted to go back to the Isle of Champions, I only really wanted to go back there so I could be the champion of the Isle of Champions, which I guess that feels more like a side quest.
I'm thinking a city like Caldern could use a hero like the Arrow of the Gods.
He's not wrong.
As a duly appointed officer of the courts in Caldern, I believe that I should be able to just ride in and marshal the entire city's defenses to our aid.
I'm not sure what they taught you in Bard School, but I think where I came from, duly appointed has a very different meaning.
I mean, I was your attorney.
Press ganged is what you mean.
I was still your lawyer.
I think that was also a punishment.
Like, what's the difference between duly appointed and court ordered?
Paperwork.
Ooh,
A syllable?
a badge.
I have a badge.
Did you make your own badge?
I might have a forgery kit in my inventory.
The badge says, "Kiss me, I'm a bard. But wash your lips after."
Oh, I've shown you my
Alright.
badge, huh?
All right, as y'all watch the battle continue on, the trio continues to get the upper hand until Gunther comes in with a blow to the head. Gunther lands a spell on the body, and the robot just straight up bings an uppercut and knocks him down. He is alive, but unconscious. And you all see the golem lift his arms in the air and go, "Woo! That felt good!"
I imagine. What now?
Gunther and Gunther high five.
Nice.
Good job, guys.
Happy Father's Day, motherfucker.
Good job knocking him out so that he can, that he can recover later and get his revenge.
We don't care about that. We're not going to ever come back to this island. Hey, Tin Man, can you grab up the rest of your little automaton army and let's go fuck up some aboleths?
Yes. Your contact reached out to me telepathically and alerted me to your situation. We have the coordinates. We shall meet you there.
Perfect.
Oh, cool. If you guys could set off before you realize that this display of violence was only a temporary catharsis and you have much deeper emotional issues to work through, that'd be great.
Roll perceptions, everyone.
Thinking maybe they seem pretty capable. We just let them go face off against the aboleths, and we'll find a nice beach.
Arrow of the Gods rolls an 18.
Oh man, I do like beaches.
Klaus Richter rolls a
Flamingo
24.
rolls an 11.
Jorg rolls a 17.
Brandon Firemaster is now thinking of beaches. He rolls a 6.
Okay.
Fendingo is thinking of Brandon Thighmaster on a beach.
Everybody who beat 10 can see the wizard stir and kind of lift himself up. Everybody who beat 15 can see or hear him kind of mumble out through bloody teeth after he kind of spits a little bit. "This is the first time I've thought there might be hope for any of you yet."
What?
I mean, it's something.
Us or his kids?
He's definitely talking to his kids.
Okay.
Oh, 100%.
All right.
I was gonna say, is this one of those moments where you get your ass whooped and then you go, "Oh yeah, I totally meant for you to do that to me"?
Shh, Bjork.
You know, I never had a father, so I'm gonna say thanks anyway.
I mean, usually, Bjorg, if somebody's beating your ass and you're telling them thank you, you've probably prepaid for that service.
You see the golem pop his knuckles, even though there's literally no point to that. He has no bones, let alone carbon or nitrogen oxide bubbles to pop within them, but he does it. And then he looks and he says, "You all should go ahead and head out. I think we have a lot of family issues to work through."
Ooh, I am leaving that behind me. We'll catch up with you guys.
Turning my back and walking away.
I'm so glad we could stop here and pretty much accomplish nothing. Bye.
I mean, you got allies and you helped an old man be beaten up.
That was satisfying.
Yes, but the old man survived.
I'm not sure.
What a
he
waste of
did.
time. But he's not dead.
Does anyone have anything they would like to do before heading to the ship? All of the things are still closed and whatnot because, again, the town has recently been attacked within the last, 10 minutes.
Nope, gonna go to the ship. I mean, we could look in on the locals and make sure they're all right. We could tell them their wizard has been...
It's okay. Klaus peed on him. They're fine.
Oh, God. They got the full party experience.
I feel like I haven't done enough, but yeah.
It's all right. We'll find other people for you to pee on.
There's always more people to pee upon.
I am but one man.
Not if the aboleths eat the entire world. There isn't.
Hey, I remember. I remember one of my obligations randomly. Hey, wizard, your door slave. Set it free, along with its people, or I will get your sons to beat the shit out of you again.
The hell are you talking about?
Let my doorknobs go.
Oh, right.
I promised the door spirit I'd destroy it, and I forgot. So, if you could just destroy your door spirit, who I also forgot about until just now. I don't know, I guess that's justice? I don't know. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about these things.
Just kill a door spirit.
Just kill your door, okay? I don't ask a lot. Fuck you.
Free the door.
Feels like there's a lot going on under the surface here. I'm just gonna fuck off back to the boat.
Caldern awaits.
All right.
Hopefully it won't take us 2 seasons to find it this time.
I think the boat knows where it is.
The boat does indeed know. Okay. So it sounds like everybody's just heading to the boat, and y'all are locked on Caldern.
Yes.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
You all pile into the boat. You set sail. It will take you guys at least a long rest to get there. So you can go
Excellent.
ahead and top off your hit points
And spells.
and
do with
spells. I am well aware of the importance of spells.
Alright. Ready to rock. I can set more shit on fire. Let's go.
Hopefully it won't be covered in fire.
I still think there's something to, like, we end this campaign by just fucking off to a beach, and either the world ends or it doesn't.
I mean, it's your party. You can do what you want.
Wait, if I wanted reality, I'd stay in reality.
It's like, oh, it was too much pressure and I fucked off. Great. Never experienced that on my own.
That's called Friday night.
All right. Okay. So y'all head to the boat. You are heading to Caldern. Everybody, give me perception checks.
Arrow of the Gods gets a 22.
Klaus Richter rolls a natural 20.
Brandon Firemaster rolls a 20.
Your girl's a natural 1.
Fandango rolls a 16.
All right. In the night, you, meaning Silas, Brandon, and Klaus, you kind of wake up occasionally, not enough to disrupt your long rest, but enough to just notice that the ship is moving a little faster than it feels like normal. And when you all awaken that morning, Silas, I'm going to have a question for you before we move on. You can get up and see that Prometheus has been using the aboleth to push you from behind, thus explaining canonically how you are covering such a massive distance through the night. So I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be a much bigger sail, but yeah, you have an aboleth pushing you, so...
Drew, you could have also explained that canonically that we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. And now we do.
It's a mix of both.
Yeah.
It's a mix of both. But
So on our occasion, we know where we're going and why.
Well, the boat knows.
Yeah, okay, that's giving us too much credit. That's fair.
Is Silas coming up, or is Arrow of the Gods coming up?
Arrow of the Gods is still there.
Okay. So, you are all heading toward Caldern. You have made tremendous strides through the night. However, as the sun rises, Prometheus sinks below the water with the aboleth, as it is a bit more conspicuous in the daytime. However, within an hour, I will need perceptions, please.
I already gave you my good perception roll.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I had a natural 20. Fucking blew that one.
Fucking natural one.
Oh, 19, not too bad.
Arrow gets an 18.
Your girl's a 12.
That's a 24.
All right, Fandango gets a 24. Okay, so within an hour, everybody who beat 15 can see the land out on the horizon. You have made incredible time and are, within sight of Caldern. However, only Fandango with his 24 broke the 20 DC to spot a ship sailing towards you.
I'm too busy smoldering at the horizon.
I'm standing there looking heroic.
Hey guys, there's another boat. There's another boat coming.
What flag are they flying?
It's a little too far out to see right now, but as it draws closer, you can see that it is flying a flag with the crest of Caldern. And in fact, I will need not perceptions, believe it or not. I think I'm gonna want to go intelligence on this one, but let me see if I can find a skill to give you guys a little something extra here.
We could do with something a little extra, Drew.
Alright, history.
History.
Bjorg rolled 18.
That's not extra. Arrow rolls a 6.
I did not build this character to remember things.
Klaus rolls a 20.
Oh, Brandon Feinmeister gets a 15.
Alright, everybody who beat 15 can already recognize, despite the distance, but as soon as it becomes clear and visible, you know this ship. You sailed aboard this ship. This is Footstool's ship.
Oh.
Oh, Footstool. How did we leave things with Footstool?
He acted as a conduit to summon Judge Hungry and officially set you all free because you had completed the mandatory part of your quest. So,
Oh, we're cool.
basically like a parole officer who took off your ankle monitor and said, "Don't fuck up."
Aw. Perhaps the closest thing we've had to a father figure.
This guy loves it.
And with the 20s, Fendingo and Klaus can hear over the winds a familiar goblin voice going, "Ah, shit, it's them."
Father?
They're playing our song.
What up, Footstool?
And the ship will eventually pull up alongside y'all's, assuming you don't open fire or anything of the like.
Well, I didn't recognize it. Maybe I'll open fire.
No!
Arrow,
I thought we didn't
don't
like
shoot.
Footstool.
we don't like anybody.
Well, nobody likes us. I guess that's kind of the same thing.
I mean, yeah, that too.
Except for me, I'm a delight. Boat. Shake hands with that other boat. I will stamp my foot on the deck, because I still don't know how this boat works.
Shake hands with other. So basically, you're telling it ramming speed.
Possibly.
Oh, no. It's
Hey,
fine.
Footstool, we need an army.
Oh no, what's chasing you?
Oh, actually possibly the end of the world.
Why am I not fucking surprised?
There is a bunch of aboleths who are looking for a magical device that will allow them to completely change reality. We don't want aboleths to do that, so we've come here to get your help to go kick their asses.
Oh yeah, you guys, you kind of set us on that path to fuck with the aboleths. Turns out that has consequences.
Wait, the aboleths want to, like, rewrite reality?
With them in charge, yes.
I mean, do we know that's going to be any worse than it is now?
I've seen those things, man. They are not good looking.
No, substantially worse than it is now.
Alright, cool. I'll trust you.
Footstool kind of rubs the flat bridge of his nose. I already know I'm going to regret asking this, but I don't suppose you have any proof to these outstandingly ridiculous claims.
Of course we do. Prometheus, show yourself!
Prometheus!
Willsaby.
Egg child, arise!
We have...
Also, we brought an aboleth. That's
Yeah.
gonna count for something.
Oh yeah, we should probably warn him before that happens.
Yeah, y'all did not do that first. So,
Oh, well.
in a scene reminiscent of the old Godzilla cartoons, just a big old mound of water starts rising up, giving way and bursting to a enormous aboleth with a jaunty top hat still perched atop its head.
Oh no, is Prometheus our Godzuki?
I guess if Godzuki had, like, hardwired Godzilla's brain,
Yeah, if Godzuki was cool,
the
which
dark
he wasn't.
turn for Godzuki.
I have the goddamn song stuck in my head now.
Well, Footstool, now that you see we were up, it's time to discuss terms of surrender.
Yeah, Footstool has gone from looking exasperated to terrified to deeply concerned. And you see him motion for one of the sailors to run up to him, and Footstool just kind of gropes around and finally gets hold of his shoulder and pulls him. You're seeing that too, right? Okay. Okay,
don't worry.
go get me the scroll of the emergency message sending. Yeah, we need, no, above our pay grade. Go.
Don't worry too much. One of them's dead and one of them's my son.
I was going to say, don't worry too much. This is a Terminator 2 Aboleth.
Yeah.
Just
Terminator
remember,
rules.
you can always tell the friendly Aboleth by the top hat.
And Brandon, you can all hear the telepathy in your voice say, "To be clear, the Aboleth is still alive and constantly suffering."
Score.
I don't think you've helped our case, son.
Fending you're a badass.
I gotta pretend I didn't hear that.
Just for the record, Silas, who's not here but safe, is still waiting for you to cause him brain damage.
Yeah, well,
Well, I'm not causing brain help, I'll tell you that.
I mean, we have no proof that Silas has a brain to damage.
That's true. There is a man who runs purely on faith. He might not need higher functions.
So Footstool will get handed a scroll. He touches it. A big kind of orb of light appears, scans the area. Footstool hurriedly spits some words, points to the giant aboleth, and then the orb zips off. About 30 minutes later, a fleet of more ships has arrived to escort you to Caldern Harbor.
It's a lot of boats.
Sweet, we got a parade.
Finally.
This is great.
It's about time.
It's hero time.
Yes.
I'm not convinced we're not going to be murdered or arrested as soon as we arrive.
Look, I haven't had a parade in a long time, Klaus. Don't shit on my parade.
We are reformed and we return triumphantly. The system works.
If there's ever been an example of failing upward,
Tell my parole officer.
Footstool is your parole officer.
Tell my other parole officer.
Okay.
If anyone has a tape measure, you can, if you're very careful not to touch me, start measuring me for my statue.
So you all will be sailing back toward Caldern with the escort of the ships. Prometheus follows for a bit, but eventually falls behind as the water grows too shallow for him to easily pilot an aboleth, especially without panicking an entire town.
This is ideal.
He's a considerate child.
Yeah, because we wouldn't give a shit if we panicked the whole town.
Might be the most logistically minded one of you.
We raised him well. Sort of. I mean, we left him on a boat a lot, but...
Yeah, you left him in the care of a random goblin monster. By the way, Gordon is with y'all in human form. He's just, not needed right now.
Yeah. He's technically never really needed, but...
I don't know, y'all get bucketed a lot.
Hey, Gordon, now that we, solved your wizard problem, I guess you're free. Are you in for this end of the world gig, or have you got more of your life to lose to your horrible gambling habit?
You make a good point. I could put some debts down and make a few markers, and then, if I die, no biggie, and if I win,
Yeah.
I don't know, make a bet so it pays off somehow? Yeah, I can find a way to get the suckers in on this.
I like the cut of your jib here, Gordo. Let's, but I think we should take some time to really plan the best way to maximize our profits after we get done here in Caldern, because trust me, the judicial system in Caldern does not fuck around.
So speaking of Caldern, as y'all arrive to port and disembark, there is a battalion of guards and Footstool waiting for you. You can all... actually, I won't even make you do perceptions, because you'll just be walking through town to see. It's definitely a little bit harder than when you left. More people have weapons and armor. There's definitely a few more bits of damage around the town. It's indicative of a city that has seen more battles.
Jeez.
This town-
Go away for 5 minutes.
This city needs the arrow of the gods.
Hey, Mushroom Boy, the fuck's happened since we left?
I don't know who you mean by Mushroom Boy, so none of the NPCs do either.
The guy I've always called Toadstool.
Yeah, that's too big of a leap for us.
That's fair. Hey, Toadstool. The fuck's happened up here? This place looks like y'all seen some shit.
All right, this time you're ignored on purpose.
That's fair. I didn't really care. I was just making conversation.
What has befallen this place?
More items keep washing up, bringing trouble with them. The tides seem to carry dilemmas with every washing. And to be frank, it's been getting harder and harder to get some ships in. That's why we have patrols going out. That aboleth of yours isn't the first we've seen, but it is the friendliest.
Well,
And it's the best dressed.
Oh, good. So we're not arrested.
Oh, no. You're coming to make
Oh,
a
good.
full report.
I love
Alright,
that you
yeah,
just
yeah, I thought- I
assumed
mean-
he was arrested.
Yeah, like,
No, well,
like
I mean,
contractors.
we brought an aboleth with us.
Yeah.
I thought, this is like, the parole officer thing is like bringing a big bag full of meth and guns and say, I was bringing this to you.
Jesus.
Oh, you have arrived carrying more information than we've had in weeks. We are taking you directly to the man at the top.
Ooh,
Very well. Let's go.
Santa?
I'm already here, but
All right. You are all marched through the town, past the market, which is still open, although it looks a little bit diminished from the splendor that you recall. Go past the housing, and eventually are taken into the familiar building that is the Caldern Courthouse. As you are brought into a room where one could say it all began. And you find
hey,
Come full circle.
sitting at his desk with a mound of papers and a very kind of a tired look to him, you see Judge Hungry. And you can also notice that the orb of light that shot off before is resting on his desk.
Dude, that paperweight is awesome.
You brought Aboleth to door.
A mentally enslaved one.
With a hat.
very welcome.
Okay, just gonna breeze past that one right now. Don't really have time.
I don't really love it either, but we're dealing with the end of the world.
I think it was a case of mentally enslaved the aboleth, or we become mentally enslaved, and
Well, turnabout fair play.
Hmm.
All right, tell me what happened.
Aboleths are digging around for something that will allow them to rewrite reality, with them in charge, destroy the world, that kind of shit.
Drew, can we just cut to a spinning clock while we recount 5 seasons of events?
Yeah, I didn't actually expect y'all were gonna try that.
And then we destroyed this island when
Yeah.
Brandon climbed a tree, and
Maybe skip some of it, but yeah, I think Bjork pretty much cuts the point.
I rode a hippo.
Then we helped beat up an old man.
That was just yesterday.
I set a lot of shit on fire.
It'd be great if we just recounted the last 5 seasons and gave no useful information, which is highly credible.
I fought Santa Claus.
God.
Yeah, I think I wrestled an elf and got my ass kicked.
poor Silas can't say his god's name anymore.
Poor Silas. That guy's a douche, Arrow. Thank God you're here.
Okay, so you guys can recount your adventures to Judge Hungry. You tell him of your, crossing of the seas, the Island of Champions, the Gentronome facility where you discovered the mutilated aboleth and found Prometheus, the perils of the Axon Landport, your animal times on the Isle of Warlock Monroe, and finally you get to the point of hatching Prometheus and procuring an aboleth, learning of their plans, etc., and that very soon, perhaps even a day or so away, they will be at a point of no return, and you all, well, kind of have a dog in the fight of not letting that happen. So you can fill in Judge Hungry on, as Steve said, 5 seasons of fucking adventure.
Yes.
You know, if you're listening to this at home and you wanted to go and recount the seasons in order, please do that.
Yeah, now's an
Preferably in
excellent time to
song.
listen from the start.
Yeah. Why not relive the memories?
Yeah. And at the end of that enormous binge of content, you can say, okay, I think I get why they're starting a new campaign. Might be time for a little bit of an easier entry point. All right, so as you all complete your tale, Judge Hungry has taken copious notes. There have been occasional runners coming in. He'll hand them kind of sheets of parchment to and fro. It's very clear that he is acting in an organizational capacity on the fight against the aquatic menace that has been besieging their shores. And so as you reach the end of the tale, Judge Hungry kind of absorbs it all, stands up. We have a problem here. I sent you on what was meant to be simple fact-finding quest. To be honest, not much hope you would accomplish anything. It more to keep you busy. Idle hands, Asmodeus playthings, all that stuff. But now, not only do you complete base quest, you bring me dangerous warnings of a threat that would cut through this town easy. And you give me time to fight back. This creates imbalance. And Judge Hungry, much like justice, abhor imbalance. And so you will kind of walk to the line. He'll get to Gordon first. You I know put on this path, so I offer sincere thanks. And he gives Gordon a hearty handshake.
Offer you a hearty fuck you.
All right, Bjorg, when he gets to you, a runner comes in and is carrying a very large package, and he hands it to Judge Hungry, who takes it. Now, the one upside of cursed magic items washing ashore is that once curse broken, we have a lot of extra magic items.
Oh.
I do like items.
Indeed. And for Barbarian, I offer this. And he gives the package to Bjorg.
Bjorg will open the package.
Okay. Bjorg, you unwrap a great sword, as is your preferred weapon.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a very stylish and elegant great sword, much more than the usual brutish weapon. And in fact, there are sort of filigree of vines and flowers woven into the hilt.
Oh, I like
Wow.
this.
Wow, that is a great sword.
That's really pretty.
I thought it was going to be full of scorpions.
All right, Bjorg, you have been given the Blade of the Gentle Barbarian. In addition to being stylish and elegant, it gives you a +3 to attack and damage, and allows the wielder to surge hit die as a standard action once per day.
Wow. Okay, so surge hit die?
Yep.
What is that?
So you can do, like a short rest would allow you to surge hit die.
Okay.
You can do that once per day as a standard action.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, these are quest completion rewards, so they're meant to be good.
Oh, yeah.
And as you take it, it sort of snaps to you. These are meant to take time to attune, but for plot and, reward reasons, it'll just say it bonds to you, Bjorg, like it was meant for you.
Yes. Thank you. I shall use this for justice.
All right. Judge Hungry will step next to Brandon. Again, another runner comes in, and this time it's a smaller package. And Judge Hungry takes it and offers it. I know Monk can wear little, but I think this will be exception.
Ooh. Unwrap that bad boy. Normally I eschew material possessions, except for all the really cool material possessions I have.
All right. Brandon, you unwrap. These are very similar to the bracers of mighty fists that you have, which give you a +1 to attack and damage. But they are, to be frank, cooler.
Nice.
They're sleek. They bind right to your arms. There's like a neat little leather effect, and as you put them on, you realize that they are adding +3 rather than the +1.
Nice. Traditionally, the wrist is the least muscular part of the body, so I thank you for these.
So yeah, that will help you hit, and it also adds 10 feet to your base movement.
Ooh, feeling kind of frisky.
The bracers of awesome fists.
Nice.
All right, Fendingo. Another runner comes in, bringing a very distinctive loot-shaped package.
Drum kit?
I wonder what it could be.
Let's unwrap that bad boy.
All right, you rip it open, and you find yourself looking at a gorgeous loot. I mean, hot diggity damn. This thing is nice. You pluck one string, and it is just harmony. It is the loot of the Cheerful Bard. It gives you a +3 to saving throws for the DC of Bard spells. And once per day, you can cast Otto's Irresistible Dance.
Hell yeah. Let's boogie.
And next up, he gets to Klaus.
Hello, sir.
Someone runs in carrying a package, much smaller than most of the others, more comparable with Brandon's than anyone's.
We offer you the glove of endless masturbation.
I hope it's a bicycle.
Oh,
+3 cum suck.
oh no.
All right, would you like to unwrap it, Klaus?
Yes.
All right, you unwrap a crossbow, but not
Whoa.
just a crossbow. It's called Rogue's Diplomacy. It's a +3 crossbow with a built-in grappling hook,
Nice.
and it can be magically recalled to your hand or vice versa.
Wait, what? Oh, wait.
So you
Wait,
can
what?
either call the thing to fly to your hand, or you can pull yourself to it.
Oh, all right. That's what I thought you were saying, but that sounded weird. But yeah, all right, cool.
Hopefully you won't
Nice.
lose this one.
You gave him a crossbow that's theoretically impossible to lose.
Theoretically.
That is the
Wait,
challenge.
all right. So is it only a grappling hook, or does it work as a weapon?
Oh no, it's a crossbow. It's a +3 to attack and
Okay.
damage crossbow.
Yeah,
It just
alright.
also has that grappling hook function built in.
All right, cool.
And then he will lastly arrive before the arrow of the gods, and Judge Hunger will say, "Like the other one, I did not put you on this path, so you have my hearty
Wait!
thanks."
Wait! I cast Misty Step.
Does not work.
Fine, fuck it. I was like,
You,
I
you
said-
might remember that this courtroom has been warded for
all
for
right.
shit, man.
I hold up my hand, then I turn to the others, and I'm like, it's probably, I guess it's time to, like, to finally reveal my great secret as I pull off my hood.
What?
Oh, you are fucking kidding me.
No, god damn it.
Nothing is sacred.
It was me all along.
Ugh.
No, it wasn't, you
fucking knew it.
liar. You stole the arrow to God's mask. How dare you? How dare you sully his name?
Brandon's right. You are not cool enough to have been the arrow of the gods all along. You must have, like, I bet he's tied up in the hold of the ship.
I'm sure he's safe.
Nice try, Silas, lame. There you go, I've been saving that one. You son of a bitch.
Alright, well, Judge Hunger will be like, oh, okay. Good mask. Good mask.
Yeah, it's a great mask. It's a great mask and you were sullying it.
Yeah, that mask belongs to a great man. Dick.
What, your name's Silas, right?
I mean, Silas or Filth, depending on who you ask, but yes.
Okay. 'Cause we have one for you, weirdly enough. He sends a runner who comes back in with one last package. And this one actually has the words "for Silas" written on it.
I'll open it.
It appeared on doorsteps of temple the other day.
Oh, I'm taking a big step away from this shit.
This reminds me of all of the Ice Day gifts I never got as a child.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
dear.
want to be way away from this. I know how explosions work, motherfuckers.
All right. Silas, you unwrap a longbow.
Oh, well, that
So you
sucks less than I
unwrap the
expected.
longbow, devoted and distant. You have it gives you a +3 to attack and damage. It gives an extra range of 50 feet. However, the closer you get to any sort of Temple of Toreg or holy site, the weaker it grows.
So this came straight from Torag, and
Oh, that's great.
basically, it's a stay the fuck away from me gift.
Yeah, it's can I pay you to leave me alone?
Well, holding the bow, I try to say his name. Can I?
No, it's even harder.
Well, this sucks.
That's what you get. That's what you get for stolen valor.
All right. So after that has been done, he will step back. All right. We set sail in the morning. We go. We fight the Aboleths. We bring the battle to them for once. If you want to, I don't know, gear up, buy things, spend money. We haven't had a lot of trade. Go to the market.
Man, I wish the real Arrow of the Gods was here. We could use him on our side.
So I won't make y'all run around to the different places, but you have access to a basic market. So anything that's standard and not rare out of the equipment stuff, you can buy. If there's something you want that's a little harder to get, we will have to roll for it. Seeing as Caldern is in a bit of a limited condition stuff, but this is a good chance to wink wink burn some gold before a big battle if you need anything, wink wink.
Well, definitely some potions.
Yet those of you who aren't me should get healing potions, because I have a bad feeling that I'm going to need all my spells to kill things.
How much is a potion of greater healing?
Okay, standard is 100, but you're in a port town that has had limited trade, so we're gonna say 130.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna grab 4 of those.
Yeah, I got a shit ton of gold. I'm gonna grab 10.
You cannot grab 10.
Oh,
There will
Then I
be,
shall not.
because that's uncommon. If it was you can have as
Alright.
many of the regular ones as you guys want. The uncommons we're gonna say are being limited to 5 per person,
All right.
All right,
because there is a
5
supply chain
is.
issue.
5 it is.
I was just trying to do easy math.
No, that's fair. I just got to RP the fact that this place has limited resources.
Yeah.
No, totally.
What kind of potions are these?
The one Steve asked about are the potions of greater healing. They're uncommon. They're 130 gold in Caldern. They restore 4d4 hit points. Now a regular potion of healing would only be 70, and you can get all of those that you want.
Wow.
I'm not having inferior potions.
Well, probably shouldn't say all that you want. Within reason.
35,000 potions.
Yeah. It's common, but it's not infinite. So those are 70, and they heal 2d4 plus 2. And I tell you what, I'll do a 25% chance. Who wants to pick the range?
Who's got luck? Does anyone have any luck?
No.
No.
All
Okay.
right, 76 to 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
71.
God damn it.
There are no potions of superior healing available.
What about, and call me paranoid, but it has been a running theme since the beginning of this podcast. What about potions of water breathing?
I only have 2 of those.
Not the worst idea. Let me check the rarity on that. Uncommon, but you know what? This is a port town. So I think there would be a fair chance of y'all being able to find say maybe 2 per person.
All right.
Cool. That brings me up.
Yeah, 2 of
Those
them.
are going to be 200 gold a pop.
Yeah, I'll go in for a couple of those.
Yeah, I'll grab a couple of those.
Yeah, I'll snack a couple.
What about any kind of armor?
Actually,
or...
yeah, I have a bunch of gold to burn. I'm going to see if I can find any +3 studded leather.
No. Okay, so for context, +3 is legendary. You guys got the +3 stuff as like big final quest rewards. Finding +1 is going to be like a roll for the hopes. You can get non-enchanted pretty easy, but anything enchanted is going to be a roll.
All right, I'll take a roll.
I'd like to, since I got a magic crossbow, see if I can double down if they have any magic bolts.
They would not stack, FYI.
Oh, well then never mind. Unless there's any that have like condition effects or anything.
Again, that's getting into enchanted, but I can check. Let's see.
Yeah, just throwing it out.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything.
I'm going to replace my rope, body oil, soap, and ink. Just all the things I use day to day.
Ammunition is just straight up enchantment damage. Nothing.
That's
nothing
fine.
fun on it. That's a shame.
I might just approach a marketer randomly and like, hey buddy, I'm saving the world tomorrow. Have you got anything that might help me with that?
As long as your gold's gold, I'll help you save it or destroy it.
Well,
Now there's a capitalist man.
What about a ring of protection?
But what's the rarity on it? Okay, then probably not. Let me check. Some of the lower tier ones are only uncommon though. Let me make sure.
No, the +1 is rare.
Gotcha.
I might see if I can replace my sunglasses as well. They're probably scratched to fuck by now.
Were those a wondrous item or?
We did that back in Pathfinder, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe just keep your sunglasses.
The only advantage they give, Drew, is a -1 on perception, canonically speaking.
that's amazing.
All right,
Not
I'm
gonna do any worse. Okay, we'll do a 5% chance for the rares. I don't think we can go anything higher than rare, but
Fair.
okay. So you want ring of protection? Do you just want 90, 96 to 100, or do you want to pick your?
Yeah, 96 to
range.
100.
90.
Oh, Rick!
All right. Did anybody have anything else rare that they wanted to try and get?
No.
Or uncommon? We can also roll for uncommon. Just nothing higher.
Yeah, I'd like to see if they've got a +2 hand crossbow.
Nothing past +1.
Okay. Do they have any kind of fun bolts for hand crossbows, like fire, or actually just fire? Because fire.
Sadly, no. I checked for Bevan a second ago. Ammunition only just goes straight scale. Now, you might be able to find, like, oils or potions or stuff.
Yeah, let me see if there's anything that
Well, I tell you what, why don't we let everybody take the next week to kind of look through the item index and see if there's anything they'd like to take a crack at. And for this session, we can switch on over to the questions that we have been collecting and cultivating over on the Discord and the Facebook?
On the Facebook.
Yes.
On the Facebook. All right, on the Discord and the Facebook.
Before we start the questions, Drew, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone. Lamplighter, one of our junior adventurers and part of our community, recently had some problems with a very sick doggo and needed some help with the vet bills, and the other junior adventurers stepped right up. So well done all you guys who contributed to that. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank
That
you.
is awesome.
yeah, that's fantastic.
All right, Rick, ask us a question from that same community that probably involves a bodily function.
Well, that was nice. Now let's.
Oddly enough, I was snarking with them, and our friend Jonah Wilson said, "Fine, here's a question for you. I dare you to answer this one. What's the best orgasm you've ever had that wasn't with my mom, dad, or cat?"
Well, oh man, now I have to think about it.
Obviously, with your sister. Duh.
Grandma.
I'm not answering that purely because I think we can get an entire side quest out of it. And I don't want to ruin that opportunity.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm not answering it too.
Right.
All right. Well, we'll move on from that one.
I was probably alone.
Oh, I mean, that's what the side quest conclusion was going to be. You've ruined it now.
I mean, he didn't necessarily say most recent. He just said best.
It was into your mom's shoes.
Oh, no.
All right. Probably a question I'm sure we could have a lot. We have a lot to say on. Our friend Kvel Bjorn asks, "Are there any updates on Shingles the movie you could share with the audience?"
Fuck, yeah.
Should we have talked about this beforehand?
Well, we don't have a definite release date, but we can say soon. By the time you listen to this, it'll be in the very near future.
I have, I guess, the absolute latest because I just got a few texts from Steve. So, one, like everything is completed. We taped a commentary track and such, and pretty much the DVDs and Blu-rays are finished, with the exception of us putting our finishing touches on there and pushing a few buttons to make them ready to go.
I can't give an opinion on the movie because I'm incredibly biased, but I think it probably is the funniest movie of 2023.
I was just going to say that it's definitely the funniest film adaptation of anything I've written that'll come out in 2023.
Well caged.
Seconded.
I feel safe saying that.
In all fairness, I'm kind of with Steve. It's like I like watching comedies, and but it's rare for me to find a comedy that makes me laugh out loud. And even though we wrote the fucking jokes, they're still damned funny.
Yeah, it says a lot that our commentary track was largely laughter.
I was watching the trailer for that new Jennifer Lawrence comedy, and I thought, nice try, Jennifer Lawrence, but also fuck you, because Shingles is going to be the funniest movie to come out in 2023.
Steve, can I ask you a question? Does Jennifer Lawrence shove her hand up in a racist puppet's ass?
Well, not in the trailer.
Okay, then who gives a fuck? It's obviously going to suck.
I mean, if she wants to step up, that's fine, but she's going to have to do a lot more puppet fisting.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the most puppet fisting of any film that's releasing in 2023.
Look, we're going to be nominated for a lot of different awards, John.
And we will happily autograph your DVDs at A&D Con this August in Portland. And when you pre-order your DVDs, you can also click right over and buy your tickets to A&D Con.
Hell yeah.
I like to think a couple of years from now, we'll be sitting next to Warwick Davis. He'll be telling us about all the Leprechaun movies he did. We'll be like, we just released Shingles the movie Part 5.
Shingles in the
Warwick
hood.
Davis about Leprechaun. I have one fucking life.
Exactly.
I mean, he hasn't. He's probably very tired of talking about Leprechaun by now.
I do think there's a good chance that this is going to be our Mazes and Monsters if any of us ever actually becomes famous and talented.
Yeah, I think we're going to be... Shingles the movie is going to be at least as funny as Mazes and Monsters.
Something I'm just going to say. Shingles movie is a lot funnier than Mazes.
Come and see John's future albatross.
Come and learn why Joe didn't write any shingles that are part of this movie, because holy shit, Joe has a chance to ever write a Disney property. The rest of us, no.
Yep.
Never.
How Disney could suck my dick.
Yeah, honestly, why do I want to write for Disney so they can not pay me? Seriously, extra, just take a moment. Fuck you, Disney. Pay your goddamn authors who you owe contracts to, you piece of shit. I'm not afraid of not getting to work for them. I don't work for free. Fuck them.
Actually, Sifwa kind of got that sorted. Alan Dean Foster got paid.
Alan Dean Foster got paid. Not everybody else got paid.
Yeah, where's my check, John?
They were fucking
I
over a
paid
lot more
your
than
ass
just him.
yesterday. I paid you this week, Steve.
I just want Disney to give me some money, okay?
Okay, that I can't help you with.
I would cash the paycheck, 100%, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Questions that Warwick Davis would never want to answer again. Our friend Zach of All Trades asks, what question would you like to never be asked again?
This one.
Yeah, this one.
Works for me.
I can't think of a better answer than that.
The question I never want to be asked at a convention again is, I haven't finished my book. Would you like to hear what it's about?
I've got an idea for a book. Would you write it with me? And then, yeah.
All right. Mine is, do you understand these rights as I have said them?
So, I could do without, my puppy's lost in the woods right over there behind that van. Could you come help me find him?
They didn't say what question should you never ask again.
Yeah. I'm sick of the question, hey, where are the puppies you promised?
Well,
What do you mean there's no candy here? It's written on the side of the van.
Oh, well. Oh, I made that so dark I depressed myself. Let's have another question.
All right. This might be a limited one, but Zach of All Trades asks, those of you who have gone the trad pub route, any advice for someone wanting to get published traditionally?
my first piece of advice is be very nice to people, because you do not know, because despite being a big industry, it's also a very small industry, and people remember how they were treated and how their friends were treated. So yeah, just be like super nice to people.
Absolutely.
Not to be all overly indie, but honestly, my first advice for someone who was asking this question would be, take a look at why you want to be traditionally published. Like, what is it you're hoping to get out of that experience? Because the traditional published experience that you might have been led to expect is not what exists anymore, if it ever did. So it's honestly, my first advice is figure out what you are wanting out of going trad pub and make sure that they can give it to you and give it to you the best.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Make sure you know what you want, and make sure that what you want is actually viable.
I'll have one bit of advice. It's a little bit different, but it came up last night in the author group I run, and that's if a publisher approaches you and they ask you to pay for something, fuck no, get the fuck away from them.
That's not a publisher.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You will not be published traditionally that way. All you will do is be signing your rights away to a vanity press, who will then
That
pretty
is
much.
genuinely the equivalent of van with free candy.
Yeah.
And I'm not being hyperbolic. It's just a predator. There's no
Yes.
other thing.
But with less of a payoff.
Yeah. Wait.
Okay then.
Well, I'm assuming I'm getting the candy at least.
Or getting laid.
My honest response is, you should go to the Author Essentials and AE Workshops Facebook page and group and sign up and take the class I taught on exactly this, because I have a 4-hour workshop online that goes into the different paths of publication and the pros and the cons of traditional, small press, indie, self-pub, and I teach this. So yeah, do that, because I get like $5 every time somebody buys the session.
Oh yeah, that's a good plugging opportunity. I wrote a book called Underqualified Advice and Other Amusing Distractions that examines the differences in trad pub, indie, and my experiences in both. So, it's on Kindle
Yeah.
Unlimited.
My only advice to being traditionally published is to be already famous, then write something worthless and degrade the entire process and art. And
I'm with Steve. I got nothing else.
get like 100,000 followers on Twitter for posting asinine bullshit, and then publish whatever the fuck you want.
I mean, that's how I picked up Steve.
Absolutely.
Also, look into writing conferences. As I sit in a hotel room the night before a writing conference that I produce, look into writing conferences that have classes on this kind of stuff. There's probably some reasonably close. Jody, or if you're coming to DragonCon, Jody Lynn Nye teaches a very good one-day workshop the day before DragonCon. Buy me lunch at A&D Con.
Go over to the Facebook.
Sure thing.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. Our friend Alexander asks, how much planning goes into foreshadowing, especially between books in a series? When you plant a cue in an early book, do you know it will be a clue for a later book?
No.
There are two ways that goes. You write something, and then well, in my case, you write something, and then about 10 chapters later, you go, oh, that was a clue. Or you get 10 chapters later, and something happens, you think, oh, I need to insert a clue 10 chapters ago.
Sometimes that happens with me.
Yeah.
Also, I will confess, sometimes when I'm writing a series, I foreshadow things deliberately, not knowing what I'm going to do later, but so that I have something to follow up on later.
Yeah, when I'm writing a book, I will always drop story hooks in there for myself. Little snippets to like enrich the world, but don't really go anywhere in that story. And then later on, when I actually like need a plot point, I'll usually go back and fish through my own stuff and make it look like I know what I'm doing.
I'm kind of similar to Steve.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's organic. Sometimes I figure things out and go back and fix it in the rough draft. But that is the joy of working in a rough draft, is you can go back and change things.
Yeah, I'm also with Joe as well, but the problem is you could like foreshadow something really cool, and if your writing process is as erratic as mine, you might forget that you foreshadowed something cool. Just leave the reader with severe blue balls for foreshadowing. But
I mean, you can always go back. You could always. When I'm doing that right now, you could always go back and read your own stuff before you do another book.
I could, but that would require more effort than I'm willing to put in.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Steve too. When I was writing the first Critical Failures book, I was like getting toward the end of the book when I thought of the actual end and thought, well, I should probably go insert a freezer scene in the first chapter or so. But, yeah, that works well with books you haven't published yet. But yeah, otherwise, like somebody else said, well, I think it was Rick, but he deliberately inserts things. I just go back and scour for things like, oh yeah, I could work something off this. It'd be, yeah, they'll think I planned that all along. I'm brilliant.
Do we want to move on to the next question? All right. Our friend Greg asks, would you ever pull a book from sale if it became popular with a problematic or terrible subculture? He gives a specific example, if the KKK adopted Bill the Vampire as their new mascot. I have an answer for this. And I would not pull the book, but I would take extreme pleasure in punching the people who showed up.
It's like, yeah. And yet, yes, I very much appreciate using my book as that example. But no, I'll just say no. I wouldn't pull it from sale, but I would probably go back and and put I would make it a point to just troll the fuck out of them every chance I get. If that were the case, I guarantee the next book would be like Bill the Vampire kicking the KKK's ass for like 400 pages.
Yeah, I feel like that's the move, is you just immediately make them the jobbers of that world. Not only are they villains, but they're villains.
I'm with
who
Joe.
piss
I wouldn't
themselves and
pull the
run.
book,
Yeah.
but it might be an excuse to beat up some Nazis. So let's roll.
I could, death of the author only goes so far. I'm trying to think what I'd write that would be adopted as... I mean, my books are basically like, here's some heavy questions. I don't have the fucking answers. If a cult forms around that, fair play to him. That's some dedication. But no, I can't imagine. I don't know. You'd have to be pretty severely problematic, and I wouldn't know what was happening in my books to attract a following based purely on that. So I don't know, puppet fisting? Maybe puppet fisting.
Yeah, I was thinking my Shingles books could definitely be taken the wrong way.
I think
whatever. It sells.
Bevan just turns up to a convention one day and there's a cult of drunk paedophiles. Finally, somebody had the guts to put it into print.
No, but what Bob does with his one book, what is that, Potty Mouth or so? It's like you aim it at a certain crowd, then you donate the proceeds to the people they hate most.
Yeah, That's another power move. Is like
Yeah.
I think that's probably what I would do. Like in addition to what Rick said of like making further books about kicking the shit out of these people,
Hmm.
I would donate a good chunk of the proceeds of the book they had chosen to whatever victimized group they were going after.
If
That'd
if
be my
somebody's
move,
going to
I
give you a
think.
platform like that, yeah, you might as well use it. Just piss all over them as much as you can.
All right. Our friend Matthew says, now that Shingles the movie is done, which of your books or characters do you want to make it to screens?
All of them.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
As many as will be paid for.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Obviously, all of them, but
I feel like right now maybe Fred has my most potential to do well as a TV show or something like that. Just because superhero is a little saturated, but I think vampire accountant is one not many people have tapped.
Yeah, it's kind of similar with Bill, because there's some vampire comedies out there right now, but they're all kind of like PG-13. I would love to see just one go into HBO or someplace like that and just be like just R-rated, blood, gore, cursing, sex, all that shit.
I think, not as a movie, but as a limited piece of art, Far Into the Dark would be Over the Garden Wall for angry alcoholics.
I maintain what I've said for a while is that I would absolutely love to see the Drifting Lands, Skyfarer, and Dragon Road and such as an animated series of some sort. I think it would make a killer animated series.
Yeah. No, you're
It does lends itself to that very well.
Yeah, I'd like to see Critical Failures turn into something. Probably a long-running show, but I wouldn't. I kind of want to finish it first, but
Just do the
I don't know.
the
I'm in kind of
Martin
a Shingles mood right now.
Just stop writing books and make a couple of hapless TV writers finish your shit for you. Piss everyone off.
That's good thinking.
Take the money and run.
and then spend the next several years being like, yeah, Critical Failures 12 is coming any day now.
Yeah, I might finish it once I find my way off this island I own.
Our friend Mark, fuck you, Mark, says, have
Fuck
any
you,
of you
Mark.
been to Dino Land USA at Disney's Animal Kingdom?
There's only one Dino left.
Thanks for bringing up that memory, Mark.
It's just the one that lives in Rick's heart. And I am going to visit it one day. That's on my bucket list. I'm going to go there and I'm going to just imagine tiny, disappointed Rick. And I'm going to laugh and laugh and laugh.
God, I can only imagine how many YouTube episodes you can make out of that.
Document the whole thing. It's no script. It's just me going,
Honestly, I would love nothing more than just an outing of several of us going to that dinosaur park and recording it.
Hey, Decon 2024.
That would be fucking amazing.
Dinosaur Land.
I mean, I feel like it'd be cheap.
Oh, you want to do a con here? Quick, Mabel, he wants to do a con. What is a con? Just tell him $50.
Just think about that mastodon.
Just tell him not to anger the mastodon.
God, don't anger the mastodon.
That mastodon's eyes would be open even wider after we were done.
Just take the money and don't tell him about all the souls that are trapped here.
Which means our job for this episode of Authors and Dragons is accomplished. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back next week with a side quest, and then again in 2 weeks with a fresh episode of Authors and Dragons. Until then, bye.
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 Goodbye, friends.
Authors and Dragons is brought to you under a Creative Commons license, meaning you are free to share this material so long as credit is given to those who created it, which is us, the people you just heard play the game. Opening and closing themes performed by the Gore Core 4.
Authors and Dragons! Authors and Dragons!
Egg child, arise!